Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I want to set up this standard traveler's notebook as somewhat of an art journal, planner art journal, collage journal, a multitude of artistic type things. And I have pulled this off the shelf so many times in the last year. This cover is a standard size traveler's notebook cover in the raven leather from MLG & Co. I don't remember where I got the bow. It's a little beat up. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm going to keep this on here. Plus, it's just decoration. It's not really necessary. But I have stuffed things in here from family trips that happened several years ago. With the intent of journaling, and it never happened. I just have the ephemera or keepsakes in here, and I also have a variety of DIY pockets and folders and things like that. We're gonna get into it, but what I want to show you is this. This was something that I made, like, I guess shortly before I actually started doing planner spreads. It was part of a challenge, and I was having a rough time at the time. So this kind of gave me a creative outlet. So I was doing Listers Got a List. It doesn't have the year on here, and I'm pretty bad at putting the year. I'm sure I could figure it out. But yeah, so this is probably the last one that I did, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what it was, it gave you a prompt for every day, and it was like things to list down, and you just kind of collaged or decorated the page or just did the list. And I chose to kind of go all out with mine to decorate the pages. And yeah, so like I doodled that one, I doodled a little on this one, put some scrapbooking paper down. But I want to get back into doing this. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't think I could keep up with it every day, but it was something fun to do. So I even got a little seam binding on that one, and I think I've shown this a few times. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that I want to do in the standard size traveler's notebook. Hopefully the width will be big enough that I can do that. We shall see. So I guess this may have even been the beginnings of me getting into junk journaling. So it's nice to look back at things like this too. So, and I don't know if I made it through the whole month. I guess I didn't. So I must have stopped here. But it was awesome while it lasted. And yeah, I am going to go back and look and see what year this was, and definitely note the year on here. That's just a little look at what I would like to do in the traveler's notebook. So let's see what we have in here to work with now. There's a lot, and I will be taking out quite a bit. Most of it is not on the strings because, as I said, I've been pulling this out for at least the last year, looking at it and then saying, no, I'm not going to keep up with it. So why even get it started? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today. Okay, so first off, we have, this was just a faux acetate that I made with some Dollar Tree wall decals, laminated them, and so I think I may keep that in there. This is one of those laminated, reusable, reloadable pockets. That one is empty. This one has some photos in it. It has a die cut and some scrapbook paper. I think I'm gonna decide what I'm going to do with that one. So for some reason there's two envelopes in here. I may just keep those in there to use them on one of the pages maybe. Then I had this vellum that I put like clear stickers on that I think was in one of these pockets. I'm not sure. I want to keep that in there. So I'm going to put that aside. And at one point I was using this standard size notebook kind of as a notebook for Scrapcraftastic and Journal Life's Journey. That fell by the wayside. I went back to discs for that. I also made a notebook using, I think this is either mixed media paper or watercolor paper. I'm definitely keeping that in here so that if I want to play around with my water brush markers, I can. So that's going to go with this, I think, to kind of help protect it. Then I had this. These were all the rage from Office Depot. It's like a folio thing. It's not quite the right size for standard size traveler's notebook, but it could be trimmed down and used. I put one of those clear Dollar Tree pockets in here. This is something nice to stuff and maybe send as Happy Mail. But for now, I'm taking that out. I don't need it. This is a Michaels planner insert. I used it one time, I think. Yeah. And this was what, 2020. I played around with using it, but I didn't do anything more in it. I have some journaling cards from Isis Ella Jewels in here, so I'm just going to put this on the shelf. It may get used in the future. This is the notebook that I have little bits and pieces from family trips. I do have a bit of journaling in here, but not a lot. So I'm going to keep this again to put on the shelf. If we go anywhere, I'll try to use that. Here is another reloadable pocket. This one is a little messed up, but we may be able to salvage it. So I'm going to hold on to that one. And the butterfly, again, is from one of those Dollar Tree wall decals. This is probably the notebook that I should have done for the family trips, but I was doing some kind of fitness brouhaha in it. And again, this was in 2020 and it didn't really go far. So I was thinking of just gluing these two pages together, or either just sewing over this and using this notebook too. This is a very nice quality paper. This notebook is from Webster's Pages. And the outside of the covers, they have like a velvety feel to them. So it's not just a regular cardstock. And the inside paper is at least 32 pounds, probably more than that. Very nice paper. So I'm going to be keeping that one in here. This is a double pocket folder that I made. I think, I'm not sure if I made this one by hand or if I cut it with oh, I got stickers in here. Or if I cut it with the Cricut or the Silhouette, or what happened with that. But these are It's Planning Time stickers that I had made. So I'm going to take those out, definitely. I love this paper, especially this paper, but I don't know that I need to keep this in here. So I'm going to take it out, something else to go on the shelf. Let's see what's in this back pocket. So this is the old MLG & Co. Business card. So I always try to keep the cards with the planners if I can. So I'm just going to tuck that back in there. This is one of the journaling cards from Isis Ella Jewels. I'm going to set that one aside. And then this is just note paper from that notepad that I've been using for forever. Let's see. It's okay. So I'm going to stick it to the side of my desk here where my other notepads are, so I can continue to use that. Now, this, again, remember I said I was going to use this as a notebook for Journal Life's Journey. Yeah, I put a few notes in, but that's as far as it went. So I'm just going to hold on to this because I could feel that wave again and want to use it. And I love what I did with the cover with the logo on the front and back like that. So I'm going to keep that. This is another reloadable. Why do I have so many reloadable pockets in here? I don't know. But I'm going to keep this one since it has my initial on it. Here is the Scrapcraftastic notebook. And maybe I should keep these in here just for notes and to jot down ideas. I don't know. I'm going to think about it, and I may come back to this. Oh, did I do that with this one too? Yes, I did. This is what I did. I just wrapped the cardstock around a Michaels notebook. So this is one of those dot grid notebooks from Michaels, and it's just wrapped. It was wrapped so tight I didn't even realize that there was another cover in there. So yeah, definitely I'm keeping those because I didn't really care for the cover. So yeah, I covered them up. Okay, but I didn't glue it on. Then this is another folder that I made, and I really like it. I'm gonna keep the pictures in there. I really like it. These are just some notes on things that I would have done or wanted to do in October 2020 that I probably didn't do. And I don't know why I have all these Eiffel Tower die cuts in here, but I think I'm just gonna, well, I can leave them because I can use them in my spreads. So, okay. So yeah, leave the photos in the pocket. And here's another die cut that I could probably use. These covers are a little beat up, but then here are some stickers that I got from somewhere that I don't know where. I'm just gonna leave those tucked in there, and let's see if we can make this look any better than it does. I wonder if alcohol would hurt anything. Probably not. So let me put a little bit of alcohol on here and see what happens, just to clean the laminate, because I already know if it's not clean, it's gonna bug me. And this is not the good alcohol that we need for the cough. This is 50%. So while it is good for cleaning off things like this, it's not really going to clean off any germs or anything. Not much. All right, so I think that really helped. Got glitter in here. Let's wipe that out. Okay, so at least they feel a little better. They don't feel so gunky and dusty. So that's where we're going to begin. I'm going to put this folder, and this one has, how many elastics does this have? It has 1, 2, 3, 4 elastics. Well, let's go ahead and clean these too, because I'm sure they need it. Okay, clean. All right, so we got our acetates and covers, pretty clean. I decided I wasn't going to use this one, but maybe I should clean it up and use it. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to put one on each elastic, I guess, and then it can just cover whatever I put on that elastic. Now this one is a little bigger, so I think I'm going to put this one on the middle elastic, actually. Or maybe I should just not use that one. Let's hold off on that. We also got this one. It's not a pocket, it's just a acetate, and then this one. So we got some type of protective covering on every elastic. And I wonder if I could wrap this one around everything, how that would work, because I really don't want to put stuff on the shelf that I could use. So I think I'm gonna do that, but I think I also need to do a little punch right here. So I'm putting those punches in to kind of open it up a little bit, and also so that it will rest nicely on the elastic. And I don't know why I didn't round these corners. This was a very, I think this is the Walmart laminate, so it's very thin. So it won't poke you as bad as the other laminates, but I think it could stand to have a nice finished edge. This one had bubbling here too, but I think I can use a sticker or something to fix that later. All right, I don't know if that's gonna help any, because I want everything to lay nicely. I'll probably end up taking some things out, but for now, I think this is cool. Maybe I should cut that even bigger. Let's see what else we can do to make this work a little better. I wonder if I chomp the 1/2 inch. Well, maybe I'm being trying to do too much with putting it around all 4 inserts. Maybe I just need to do 2. Let's try it that way. Let it come up in the middle. I think that's better. Then I didn't do this one either. Let's do it. So that these can sit nicely on the elastics. All right, I'll fiddle around with how everything is going to be placed, but for now, this is the notebook that I want to use, and I'm going to go ahead and gesso that one. This one is ready to go. I'm going to put this one, I'll put this one here. So this one I can use for watercolor, whatever I choose. And then when I open the page up, well, it kind of gives me an 8 by 8-ish surface to work in, or I can just use a 4 1/4 by 8 1/4 panel. Either way, so that'll be fun. And then I need to decorate the pockets. Let's go ahead and do the gesso. Oh, I'm gonna put this in, I think I'm gonna put the folder in the front, but I do like that, the way that looks. But yeah, no, let's put the folder in the front. And I'm gonna put these envelopes in the folder in case I want to use them on a page somewhere. And I could also use the envelopes to tuck in ephemera and things like that. So it's not matchy. I will be adding other papers in here. What happened was I put papers in here that I really liked. Like, I really love this paper. I thought this paper was pretty and went well, but I don't think I want it to be all pink and black. And I think that was the theme that I was going for, was pink and black when I first started this. Okay, so let's get the gesso out and a craft mat. It figures that I would have the black craft mat close at hand. What do I already have on here? I know I did something with it. I just don't remember what it was. Okay. So I have one of the Dollar Tree makeup spatulas, and just for comparison, I bought this one from Amazon. This was supposed to be, what is it? It's by Art Basics, and it's a silicone tip, but I really prefer the Dollar Tree version over this one, and I'm pretty sure I paid more than $1 for that, and I don't like it very much at all. So yeah, just a tip. The makeup silicone works so much better. Yeah, I was avoiding carbs. And this may not cover it completely, but it'll give me a base that I can work on. And on this page, I'll be able to do some mixed media without destroying the whole notebook. And there are ways to make your own gesso. I saw a video just the other day, so I will link to that in the description box below. She was using items from the Dollar Tree to make the gesso. So, and the video showed how to make clear gesso and the white gesso. I think they use baby powder. I'm not crazy about the baby powder smell in my art supplies. So I was going to try it with, what do you call that? Cornstarch. Maybe. I don't know. I wonder also would baking soda work? Alright, so I don't want to put too much because I want this to dry. I think maybe I am just going to go ahead and stick those 2 pages together. Let's use our new tape runner from Japan. So I'm probably going to end up putting another coat on that. But let's see if I can figure out how to use this. Ooh. All right, it's still wet, but let's put it down. Okay, so those 2 pages are together, which will make this top page a little more sturdy. I'm going to put another coat on here. It looks like my writing is going to seep through. It's still wet, so I'm just going to leave that alone for now. Okay, so since we're here and I've done this page, it would be nice to go ahead and do something else with it. As you can see, that ink is pretty powerful and is pulling up through the gesso. So I'm just going to work with it the way it is. I have this butterfly stamp on my desk. Let's see, I have this out and I just want to do a little playing around and see what we can make with what I have just here within reach on my desk for the most part. This is archival ink in jet black, so I'm just going to try and stamp on this. It's not completely flat, and I don't expect to get a perfect impression. If I do, great. If I don't, that's great too. And I think this block stamp may be from Dollar Tree. I don't know. Can't remember right offhand. And I had another little corner stamp on my desk somewhere. I just saw it, and I don't know where it is. So that stamped pretty good. I have to admit, sorry, I forgot to put my mic back on. I have to admit, I am a little sick of the butterfly theme. I like them, but it's like, can we get something else in the junk journal planner community? I'll probably put some type of sentiment on here, but I don't know what yet. And I just rearranged all of my brushes. Let's play around with the Tombos. I'm not really that great with them. Oh, here's those brush pens. Let's see what I can do with those. And then I do have my water brush here. Hopefully this is not making a mess. And I'll just grab a color. And let's see how they work. These particular brush pens, I think, came from Five Below. So spread the color. I want like a teal color on here too. So let's add that here. Again, this is just for fun, just, I don't know. So this stamp I think I got from Hobby Lobby. It is a Stampendous script stamp. So I used that with the archival ink. I don't think I'm going to use the postal stamp because it just doesn't go. And I don't know. I colored in that butterfly. I was thinking of maybe I should do the others. I was going to do one in gold, but I think I should just go ahead and do the others as well. Maybe like a blue and a green version. Let's see. I really need to start using my supplies because I even noticed that some of these markers are starting to dry up. That's not good. Okay, let's see if we can do some purple. So this is a stencil. I think it's one of those stick-on ones. Yeah, it's got like a stickiness to it. But what would I put in the stencil? I may not be able to use that. And then I have these bugs, which I really, really like. And there is a butterfly in here, as well as a few dragonflies and a bumblebee. So let's see what we can do with this. I'll put a note in the description box where I got the stamps from because I can't remember off the top of my head. I think these were either from AliExpress or I Love Art Shop, but I think that's enough mixed media fun for today. I did not intend to do that, but I did want something on the front. Should we put a little bit of gold on here? I got a feeling this is going to get everywhere, but let's try not to get it everywhere. I think I can just dab it on. Okay, so I got some Distress Mica Stain. And I'm not going to spray it on the page. I'm going to spray it on my mat. Add a little water to it. And move these out of the way so that they don't get sprinkles on them. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oh, need to put something over here. All right, I like that. Okay, so what do I do with the rest of this? I have these scraps and tags and things. So I'm gonna use the tag to mop this up. and save it. Then I have a ready to go mixed media tag. Again, this isn't usually something I do on this channel. If you're interested in things like this, let me know in the comments below, and I can maybe do a mixed media Monday or something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of just floating around doing things that I like on the channel right now. But let me know in the comments below. Let's hit it with the heat gun. Make sure everything is good and dry. So I'm not putting anything on here for sentiment yet. I'm just going to pop this back in here. I'm pretty sure it's dry. And I am going to do something to cover the cover. I just don't know what yet. But I think that's enough for today because this went in a whole different direction from what I intended. But that is it. I did the setup, a very basic setup. I think I will add at least one more notebook. I don't know which style notebook I'm going to add though. All right, that is my little art journal entry. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos you may be interested in. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.